You're such an asshole.
What's up, Lieutenants and Economists? Got my man the fuck up now sweatshirt. Very warm. Hang on, that was bent. Look at that. Man the fuck up now. MTFUnow.com. Check those guys out. We have an interesting request, and the best way to do it is to do it methodically, because ideas and answers jump to my mind, but it wouldn't be thorough. Hi, Aaron. Based upon your experience, is there a major or not so major city that the following list matches? No. These variables and traits, not one country, a city in the United States matches all of them. So you get most, but I don't think you're going to get all of them. If not, what would be the cheapest, closest match, in your opinion and experience? Has 4 seasons and access to good hiking, some hills or mountain. Has fall colors. Is not in a desert. Well, we're really limiting it. Local politics somewhat balanced, left, right, or at least not heavily leaning in either direction. Active live music scene, live music bars, concerts, etc. It has at least one Guitar Center store within the metro or the city area. Traffic isn't nearly as bad as Seattle, Houston, Austin, etc. Housing prices rates are reasonable and not being manipulated by the Chinese or Wall Street. Not dominated by progressive liberal college leftist losers. It's not a sanctuary city for illegal aliens or so-called refugees. Yeah, there's no towns like this. None. If you're looking for a good live music scene, that means you're going to have hippy-dippy dumb shits under 30, and they're all going to vote for refugees. And it's going to be progressive. There's not a conservative, cool town where there's a music scene. It's just maybe Nashville, maybe. The police are allowed to do their job. It's not a police state where you have routine sobriety checkpoints on the interstate like in Texas. Does not tolerate junkies shooting up and tweaking in the streets or bums trashing. So, well, forget the Cascades in Portland. A white majority population. Thanks, we'll keep him anonymous. And he's not white, by the way. He is Hispanic. Interesting, he doesn't want to. Not necessarily be with his kind. He just wants to be safe and have good jobs and low taxes. All right, so, like I said before, there's no way you're going to find that. So let's just take a look at the United States. We're going to go from the West Coast to the East Coast, left to right. Let's start San Diego, California. Pretty much all of California is ass. I would not recommend living anywhere in California. About the only town I would recommend maybe is San Diego, but it's just, and then you go Northern California. But yeah, Oregon is out. I have not spent a lot of time in Oregon. Let's go up to the north into Washington State, where I have spent a little bit of time. You're limited to Spokane and Coeur d'Alene and Idaho. And you said you want a population of like 100,000 on the low and 2 million on the high end. That's it. That's all I can really think of Washington State. Spokane, Washington, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I would live in Spokane, even work in Coeur d'Alene if you have to, because you have no state income taxes in Washington State. Boise, Idaho, you're going to get your seasons there. But, I mean, it's going to be conservative. There's going to be cops, There's so many things that you want on that list that are mutually exclusive. It's not going to happen. Moving down into Nevada, Reno. Reno might be a cool place to consider, but it is down off the mountains into the desert and the basin. But if you really want snow and you really want fall colors, you can drive up into California and take a look out there. You don't want desert, so Vegas is out. Salt Lake City, that's something to consider, but again, you're going to have very conservative politics. You're not going to like that. Missoula, Montana. I'm just going up and down, north and south. Missoula, college town. You're probably a bit conservative college town, but a college town. Kalispell isn't 100,000 people. Helena, maybe. Butte, no. Butte is boring. Bozeman, no. We're in Montana still. Billings, God, oh Christ, no. No music, no nothing going on there. There is nothing in Wyoming. Maybe Jackson. It's expensive as hell to live there. And it's very snooty like Telluride, I don't know. Salt Lake, I said. Provo, maybe. Going back down into Utah. St. George doesn't get this. See, you don't got pine trees. Got very little pine trees. Never mind. Scratch St. George off the map. Flagstaff, Arizona. Not necessarily. Does Flagstaff have 100,000? You know, everyone says used Brave, but man, they over-engineered the shit out of that. Flagstaff, Arizona. Say, Aaron, how come Flagstaff? Ooh, that's in the desert. No, it's not in the desert. They get snow up there. They got pine trees. They got hiking. Population. 71,000. I know you want 100,000, but I'd be looking at Flagstaff. I would not take that off your list. What the hell? Did I not? Really? Did I just? I opened up the wrong. There we go. Phoenix. No. It's too hot down there. Grand Junction, Colorado. Not 100,000. Not a music scene, but 80%, 85% of what you want. Denver. Denver, the town, is leftist politics. You don't have to live in Denver. You can live in other towns that aren't leftist shitholes. I would not recommend Boulder or Fort Collins. Maybe Loveland, Grand Junction. Not Grand Junction. Castle Rock. You can go up along the I-70. Like, you can live in a conservative suburb of Denver, and you can still avail yourself of the leftist opportunities like music and I don't know, whatever the hell else. I guess good coffee. That's all the leftists are really good at is music and creativity, and even sometimes not even that well. And then they do make good coffee. Castle Rock is a ways down there. Golden might be interesting. Golden is a nice little town, but that's kind of all hippy-dippy as well. Colorado Springs, you don't want to go, not big enough, but maybe. Rapid City, South Dakota, maybe, not big enough, not a big music scene. I don't even know, do they have? I never remember seeing a guitar center. When I say Rapid City, I don't even think it has more than 60,000 people, but that area, if you include Sturgis and Spearfish, which is 50 miles apart, you get around 100,000. Sioux Falls. Yeah, you don't have a guitar center in Rapid City, so that's out. I'd recommend Fargo, but the problem is you want mountains. There ain't no mountains up there. Fargo would probably hit everything that you want there. And now we're moving away from the west. There's Albuquerque, New Mexico. Oof. Maybe you're not going to get a lot of winter. You can go up into the mountains and see winter. You can drive north into Santa Fe and the Enchanted Circle and see winter, but Albuquerque itself just gets cold and dreary. Yeah, you're not... No mountains. Yeah, and then you got the Plain States. No mountains, no nothing. And you're only then going to see mountains. Again, quote mountains in the Appalachian Mountains. And so now, Knoxville was all right. I didn't mind Knoxville. You're going to get your seasons there. Nashville, lots of music, conservative, southern state. No state income taxes, but it ain't near, you're at least, what is that, 250, 300 miles away from the mountains. Roanoke, Virginia, I've never been there. Fuck Pennsylvania. Fuck Maryland. And there aren't any that big of towns in there. Asheville, North Carolina, possibly. Again, not that big of a town, though. And Atlanta, and they don't have winter. They don't have the seasons. Yeah, dude. And then, yeah, you could go up to Maine, maybe. But there's not a lot of towns, 100,000. Well, let's take a look. What are we looking at here? It was all in the west. Spokane was the best. Boise, Idaho. Reno. I can't, in good conscience, recommend anybody living in California. Salt Lake City. Jackson, Wyoming, maybe. I don't know. There's Idaho Falls. I've never been there. Twin Falls. I've never been there. Some suburbs in Denver where all the pretty white people live. and you do not want to live in Denver or Aurora because they have a local income tax. It's not big, it's not a lot, it's just a pain in the ass. And if you have this bit, it's like, wait a minute, Durango, I didn't see that one. Durango and Grand Junction, those are potentials. Durango isn't that big though. Hang on. Durango. I think maybe it's 10,000. 18,000. Yeah, okay, not that big. It's a tourist town, so you might get a lot of Albuquerque, maybe, and Flagstaff. Yeah, that's it, dude. And maybe Rapid City, and that's not that big of a town. And then, yeah, that's all this. That's the best. That's about what you can expect. So hopefully that narrows down your search a little bit. There's not that many, and even the ones that I did list, those 4 or 5 that I did list, they're not going to match all your requirements. But at least you ain't got no tetanus-infected hippies over at Pioneer Square in Seattle. They're not leftist shitholes. You don't have local income taxes. You don't have state income taxes. Big enough that there should be some modicum of music scene and all the other different variables you wanted. But yeah, that list is like, you came up with 20 requests that, like, I want a girl that's thin and has big tits and has a degree in engineering. I was like, whoa, just stop right there. She doesn't exist. Just doesn't exist. Those 3 videos, it doesn't exist. All right, that's it. You guys got questions? Captain's got answers. Asshole Consulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.